Hey everybody, Jim Benson from Modus Cooperandi and Modus Institute. And I was working the other day and I was interrupted. I was interrupted by a couple of emails that were annoying. And they were things that I thought I had solved, things I thought that were all completely done, and they came back. They came back to haunt me again, and they were frustrating. So I, answered them. I, did the work that was required to make the emails go away. And when I finished, I was like, okay, now I can finally get back to what I was doing before, and I couldn't remember what it was. Right. And so I was sitting there, what was I doing? What was I working on? And assumably it was something important that I wasn't wasting my time, but I couldn't remember what it was. I looked up at my Kanban and it was something that I had been doing, some little thing that didn't need to go on the board, but now I had forgotten what it was. It was bugging me, what was it? And if you've heard Tony Ann or me speak about personal Kanban forever, you'll know that this is part of the Zeigarnik effect. That one part of it is that when we start something and we don't finish it, we don't stop thinking about it. There's always a part of our brains that is remembering constantly, this is how far along I was, and blah, 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 blah. But there's another part of it that says when we are doing something normal or routine and we finish it or we get interrupted, we actually forget what it was that we were doing. Now, as it happened, I had finished what I was working on, had just finished it. And so there was no reason for my brain to hang on to those memories, so they just went poof when I got interrupted. So this is a problem when we go to estimate or to plan or to project into the future how long work is going to take us, because fundamentally we don't remember what it was that we did last time we did it. We remember the gist of it. We remember kind of how long everything took in the aggregate, but we really don't remember what we did to get the work done. We don't remember how interruptions played into that. We don't remember what promises we made and how we fulfilled those promises. So what I had to do in order to remember what I was working on, it turned out that what I was working on was every day people at Modus Institute ask questions in our Facebook group. And so I was answering questions in the Facebook group. And that's just kind of standard work. That's standard operating procedures. It's something that I do every day as I go in and check the comments and make sure that everybody has been replied to. And so therefore, it wasn't anything that would stand out. It wasn't novel. So we need to make sure that when we're doing something and we know that in the future we're going to need to do it again, we might have to say, okay, I know that if I add 3 more courses to Modus Institute, each day this is probably going to add about this much time in having conversations with students. That if I don't keep track of that, at least for a little while, I'm not going to know how long it takes me to do that, and then I'm going to underestimate it, and then I'm going to be disappointed in the future. So just want to make it clear that it is insidious how much work we do that we forget. And if something's worth remembering, you probably need to write it down. You need to create a ticket for it. You need to create some sort of a system that's going to keep track of how much time you actually took, because if you don't, you're going to lose it.